Hi guys, I just thought I'd do a quick breakdown of the first 900 hilt I've got so far. I've done most of the steps on this one so that I can test them and reapply them to the other four. So I've spoken to all the customers who pre-ordered these. Thanks guys for your support, by the way. 3 customers want crystal chambers like this, and 2 of them have decided to have just a plain sort of closed off look. It'll be more like this with detail around the outside. That might be the initial inspiration for the run. So I'll go from top to bottom because that's easiest. So these have the undercore, which all have copper rings on them. The over shroud, which has got external detail, Ben Solo style cuts around here. There'll be more detail added, but this is just the initial shape. So I've got similar elements on all because I wanted to keep most of the details fairly similar, but with more variation on the grip section. So this is number 1. Coming down here, we've got a brass switch plate which holds 2 of the momentary tactile switches. This comes on with a screw, so what I'll do is I'll take this off. It's all designed so it'll be as easy to install as possible with routing for wires. So this sits like this. Switches are these. So they've been cut, so they literally just pinch on. Once they're pinched in, they can be glued from the back if needed or secured with more force. And underneath here we've got plenty of space for the switch legs so they don't touch against anything. And if you look down the end, you should be able to see there's a nice deep slot for the switch legs and all the wires to come up for the NeoPixel or LED connectors. So that's that. What I'll do now is I'll take the crystal chamber out. It should come out both ways. Okay, so here we have the main chamber, which is completely machined from brass. So you've got your wire slot. This is the nub that the external screw goes into. So as you tighten it, it centers it in place and holds it nice and solid. These 2 rods here, you can see, are removable. So if you want to display it without it, there's grub screws in here that just hold them in. They can be taken out to do weathering, to change colour, to replace with others. You could also use their threaded M4, so you could put threaded rods of another type down there if you had some machined, potentially. Coming back onto the hilt, now they all have sort of radiator fins in the middle, just because I thought it looked cool. Now all the hilts have a complete internal core. And this does match on all of them. Actually, they are all interchangeable, not that I'll need that because they're all going to different homes, but this whole section here is going to be etched in the middle, but the same depth or untouched at these ends so that the grip still slides on nice and smoothly, otherwise it'd be too thin and it'd rattle. I'm speaking to customers who have ordered these as well, just to ask if they want slots on here so they can access the SD card, or if they prefer to use an entirely removable chassis. Now, removable chassis have become quite popular because you can have connectors underneath the chamber and above the chamber, so it's all self-contained, no moving wires, but you can take the whole unit out and remove the battery. So these are going to be etched with detail. I believe I'm going to paint this middle section so that it's got more of a copper look as well, possibly brass, undecided yet. Now the grip, which goes back on as well. This one's got some brass fins on it. These other ones here have all got different details, so different shapes. These have got more thicker ridges. These have got deeper grooves, and these have got grooves in the other direction as well. So these all slide on. I might be doing a twist and lock. I might use a grub screw connector, again undecided. Only other detail here is I have the pommel insert there and the cap, which is brass again, designed with very low profile vent holes, which have been tested for sound. They do transmit sound really nicely. And that's all the details I have so far, really. I'm going to add more detail, milled detail. Oh, sorry, I've missed out these. There's some milled details down here. I might add rivets onto these. So I'll be adding more as I go. They're all going to be weathered to be dark side looking. That's the technical term. Yeah, and I'm just going to keep adding detail and getting them closer to completion. Thanks again to everyone who's pre-ordered these. I'm really excited to do them. Slow as I may be on that, but yeah, I'll keep posting pictures, and if anyone's got any questions about this or anything else, I'm always happy to chat.